Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Not So Civil Engineers. I'm your host, Sam Moriarty.
And I'm Maggie Rodriguez. You've joined us today for our Christmas mini episode. Sam and I wanted to get together, talk Christmas a little bit, and go through a naughty or nice list on some things that are trending this year, some things that we've had our eyes on, and some random Christmas stuff that we just think would be fun.
I think this will be a very fun mini episode, and I'm also interested to hear from our listeners whether or not they agree with our naughty or nice list. So let's start off with some work-related topics. Maggie, what do you think about desk hopping? Like the new trend in offices where you don't have a designated office or cubicle, like it's just very general and you can sit anywhere.
Naughty. I want
Okay.
to have my own designated space where I can like decorate a little bit and make it my own.
That's fair. I think it's on the nice list. I love a clean space. I love standardization as long as everything is there. I think desk hopping is appropriate for hybrid roles, but like if you have to be there every day, I agree with you. It would be on the naughty list. It's kind of like you have your favorite seat on the bus. If you get on the bus one morning and someone's in your seat, you're going to be really pissed.
Yeah, like I'm at work every day. So when I get to work, I want my seat to be at the right height. I want my monitors to be at the right angle. I want to be near a window. I want my space.
That's really fair.
All right, Sam, next one. Holiday gifts for coworkers.
It's a nice thing to do, but it's not always appropriate. So I'm going to say naughty.
Okay.
And I think physical gifts, depending on your relationship with this person and what they could see as intentions, I try to stay away from gifts.
Okay, I think nice, but with stipulations. Like, I think it should be similar to the elementary school Valentine's Day, where it's for everybody or it's for nobody. At the same time, I have friends at work who I'm friends with outside of work. So if I wanted to give them a gift, that's something I would do not at work. And that's like a separate thing in my mind. But for me, if I was going to do little gifts for coworkers, even if they were like different treats, it should be the same level of thing for everyone.
I agree with you. I think I take my initial assessment back. I think I would also put on the nice list if there was that level setting, everyone gets the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, next work item mandatory cameras in meetings.
This is going to be controversial. I think it's nice. I understand if you're working remote and you don't want to have to get into the right environment. But at the same time, if you're working remote, you are supposed to still be working. And I'm a person who gets dressed every day. I don't do pajamas through the whole day. So it's easy for me to still turn on my camera and everything. So I think it's fine. It is easier to feel like you're actually having a conversation with a person when it's not just a name on the screen.
I agree with that. And it's definitely on my nice list too. I think it's also one of those with an asterisk where I kind of match energies. If I'm going into a meeting and no one has their camera on, I'm not going to be that guy. I think if you're leading the meeting, you also set the precedent. If
Yeah, I
if
can't
I
imagine leading a meeting and like having my camera off. That's
I
crazy.
I was working out of my brother's office yesterday and I didn't have my right setup. It wasn't flattering. I was in a sweatshirt. I was like, I cannot have my camera on today. But I was leading a meeting and everyone else had their camera on except me. So I had to like say something like, sorry, I'm not in my usual office. I can't turn my camera on. This is a trendy one for work. Maggie, what do you think about AI assistants?
I don't have that. I don't know anybody who uses those. I mean, I think I've seen some minutes come out that are like AI generated, but I don't have an opinion. So this one's on you.
Mm, mm. I love my AI assistants. They are on my nice list. One of my favorite features on the AI assistant is that if that's on in a meeting, if I miss something that someone just said, I can ask the AI assistant and then it'll tell me. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm caught up.
I saw a story on LinkedIn after a meeting ended, but there was still an AI transcript on. The boss hung up and then people were just shooting the ish and someone said some critical comments about the boss. The boss read the transcript after the meeting and that person got fired.
Ooh.
I saw that on LinkedIn. Who knows if it's true?
Don't be naughty
Don't
if you
be
have an AI
naughty.
assistant.
Copilot is listening. Also, just be careful what you say on a Zoom meeting, anyways.
Heard.
Yeah. Sam, speaking of LinkedIn, obviously AI generated LinkedIn posts.
I draw the line at posts that are meant to be personal. And I'm seeing a lot more of that on LinkedIn where people are sharing their personal stories and how it relates to their career. And you can so obviously tell the ones that were manufactured by AI. And it just makes that person look so fake. It's not genuine at all. And it's
There's
like,
such
you're,
a formula to it that I
yeah.
find myself just scrolling because I'm like, I don't want to read another post about the same thing. I'm so tired of all the emojis. The emoji bullets, for me, it's not the M dash. It's the freaking emoji bullet points
Mhm.
that make it so obvious that somebody went on ChatGPT.
Or maybe they're using an AI caption and then they're having that AI make a really, really terrible infographic that is not factual, or like this person obviously did not check it because there
It
are
just has
spelling
words.
mistakes.
Yeah, there are
Yes,
words that
yes.
don't exist in human languages. Yeah, that annoys the life out of me.
They all kind of look the same too. It's
Oh
all
yeah,
the
the
same
same
style.
font, the
Yeah.
same little guy. He's always the same.
It's, yes.
He has the same
Oh, it's
face
the
every
same.
time.
So our next category for the naughty or nice list is media. Maggie, we kind of talked about this with like influencers, but this is a specific type of influencer, the de-influencing slash the anti-haul videos.
I mean, I don't have a strong opinion either way. I'm glad that people are doing that other side of saying, "Hey, you don't need all of these things that are trending right now." But it also just does get to a point where similarly to any content creating or influencing feels ingenuine and feels like I'm not going out and buying all the trendy stuff. I only buy curated quality pieces. Look at which ones I buy that are going to last me a lifetime. And like it's still the same thing. Ultimately, it always turns to some sort of advertisement because otherwise they wouldn't make any money.
Mhm. It's all fabricated. And
Yeah.
the de-influencing anti-haul videos, I think, are trad wife adjacent or directly trad wife. And I don't think there's any one right way to live your life. If you like material things, do the hauls. If you are more minimalistic, don't do it. I try not to yuck too many people's yums, you know?
Yeah.
So
I
I,
think there's some nuance to this one because I think that the initial intention behind it is good. I think that the final conclusion of influencing is some sort of capitalist venture. So, is it really any better than people doing hauls when you do an anti haul? I think that there's both sides to
yeah,
it.
I agree with that.
All right, next one. Sam, what about morning shed videos? Speaking of consumerism.
Um, y'all put so many products on your face. And also the curl things.
Hey,
Morning,
I have used a heatless curler before when I had long hair. I got into those for a little while.
the morning shed videos, they're on my naughty list.
Agreed.
You're doing too much.
It's all disposable items. It's the under eye patches that are just silicone that's gonna sit in a landfill forever. And I'm not gonna lie, like this is a Maggie problem, but people are wearing these straps that hold their jaw shut, and it genuinely scares me every time one of those videos pop up. It reminds me of A Christmas Story, like Scrooge, when what's the guy's name? The first ghost who visits him. It's his old coworker.
I had the ghost of Christmas
Jacob
past.
Jacob
Jingleheimer Schmitz.
no, no, Jacob something, whatever. The first ghost who visits him who tells him like what's going to happen. He at one point like ties his face up. This is specifically in the Jim Carrey version, guys. This is a very niche reference. Like but he like ties his face up and it gets so squishy and like small. That's what it reminds me of.
Ooh.
Every time one of those pop up, I'm like, oh my God, this person's like bandaged from a horrible surgery. And then no, it's just that they have like a jaw strap on their head.
I don't even know what that does.
Naughty. It's so that you won't mouth breathe.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Maggie, this one might hit a little close to home. Instagram lives.
Naughty. For anybody who hasn't been following our saga of Instagram lives, you have to have 1,000 followers to do an Instagram live. And Sam and Maggie found that out the night before a planned Instagram live.
And we only have
So
123 followers.
that's more than we did back then.
I don't even think we
We
had
had like
100 then.
70 or 80 back then. Naughty.
I agree. Naughty. And I never see them anymore. I never
Guess
see
why?
anyone do them.
They've gate kept the Instagram live.
And you don't see pirated movies anymore.
Yep.
Like
Nope.
I used to love watching full movies and now I can't. And I don't have any streaming services because they're all too expensive.
They are very
And I
expensive.
used to have all my friends and my family, but then they started that stupid individual address thing. That is also naughty.
Corporate greed. Naughty.
That's always on the naughty list.
All right, Sam, this is a big one. Ready? Stranger
Mhm.
Things. Naughty or nice?
It's on my nice list. I haven't watched the last two seasons though, because I
Oh,
don't have Netflix.
right. Well, Juan and I finished the first few episodes of season 5 the other day. Very good. I'm very excited to watch the next few.
Who is your favorite character?
I don't know. That's my full answer.
Okay. I love Steve Harrington
Okay, fair.
and I love DJO,
Well, that's not a character on Stranger Things, so
but it's still Joe Keery. So,
yeah,
anywho, what are your thoughts on cheesy Christmas movies?
nice. My favorite things. It's all I watch like the whole month of December. I love a cheesy movie. They just make me happy. I just like going into something knowing that it's going to be a happy ending and it's going to be good vibes.
Yeah, I can't do it. I
I
can't.
love you. Have you ever watched A Castle for Christmas?
No.
It's so good. You got to watch it. Christmas Prince?
Nope.
Come on. Christmas Prince was good.
I saw that there was a new, I think it was a Hallmark movie that's coming out, and it was the actress. She plays Gretchen in Mean Girls.
Are you talking about
Um,
Hot Frosty?
I don't think it's
Hot
is
Frosty was
is that
last
new?
year. That was Gretchen and the guy who played Ted on Schitt's Creek.
Well, what did you think of Hot Frosty?
I was gonna ask you next if you'd seen Hot Frosty.
I I had started watching it. I think it was on in a bar that I was at, and
That's a bar I want to go to.
I was like, this is bad. This is really bad.
Oh, this is nowhere on our list, but I have to share an opinion because you said bar and it reminded me of something. I'm a big fan of a Christmas sweater. What some people would call an ugly Christmas sweater. I think that they're very nice. But something that is on my naughty list are the commercialized, mass produced, ugly Christmas sweaters that have like a vomiting reindeer or Santa mooning you. And like, I hate them so much.
I agree with that. Don't go to Target for your ugly
No.
Christmas sweater, okay?
The original ugly Christmas sweater parties were like going to Goodwill, getting these like older, this was probably expensive when whoever the first owner of it owned it. It has hand beaded antlers, like this probably was not cheap. That was the premise. Then it became
Hmm.
lame, as things do, because corporations said, oh, we can profit off of this. This entire episode has unintentionally turned into me talking about capitalism.
We hate corporate America.
I do hate capitalism. That's my first number one item
That
on the naughty list.
there's the trailer. I hate
I do
capitalism.
hate capitalism. I do. And Christmas, I think that the problem is that Christmas has become so commercialized that like a lot of the things we're talking about kind of revolve around consumerism, which I hate.
Yeah.
But alas, I also participated because I live in a society where that's the norm.
I mean, we got to spend money and we spend money on things.
I have to wear clothes every day. And so
Hmm.
sometimes I need new ones.
I think we should all be naked all the time.
Nice list. Nudist.
Nudity is on the nice list this year,
Nudity
people.
is on the nice list this year. Yeah. Nudist compound 2026 goals.
Nudist, minimalist,
Socialist.
socialist, organic vegans are in this year.
Yeah. All right, Sam, what do you think of soft launching relationships online?
I think that's bullshit. You go big or you don't go. Why even post anything at all? I want to see full frontal of your boyfriend.
Nudist, vegan, socialist, full frontal
Yeah.
2026.
I want to see the full face of your partner. Okay. I want them
So you just
tagged.
mean the front of the head. That's the
Yeah,
full
not
frontal that you mean.
a correct. I want the full frontal head. I want them tagged in the photo so then I can go creep.
So, in my opinion, soft launching is super like naughty because honestly, it is like peak main character syndrome. Ugh, what are the people gonna think of this man's hand in my story? It's like,
Who cares?
oh, I don't have time to think about whose hand that was. I feel like the only people who like get kicks from it are people who already know who it is and they're like, "Ooh, Easter egg in your story." And it's just like, does anyone else actually care?
No one
I don't
cares.
know. I might have friends listening to this who are like, "Wow, Maggie, thanks. Like I did a soft launch. Is that what you think of me?" And I'm here to say yes, it is.
Like if you can't vet your partner enough to feel 100% confident in them and in your relationship when you post them online in any capacity, then that's like a you problem and a you and them problem. You got to
Yeah,
figure that out.
agree. All right, let's go into some trends. Some of the things we've already talked about in media are trends, but these are distinctly trends from the past year or so. What about dermaplaning? I feel like this has been around for a couple years now. What do you think of it?
I love dermaplaning videos. They're on my nice list. I just think they're so satisfying. But I'm also one that like religiously watches Dr. Pimple Popper. Okay, I love that stuff. Tryptophobia is afraid of me.
So, do you dermaplane or do you just enjoy videos?
No, I just enjoy the videos. I don't think I could ever do it. I think I'd
So,
cut
I've
myself.
I've dermaplaned a few times. And it's good in the sense that it gets off any crusties and stuff, and it gets your skin kind of down to a place where you can like really effectively moisturize and everything. But I will say, I was actually thinking earlier today that maybe I need to dermaplane, but my skin is so dry and so sensitive right now that I think it would be too much. I think I would like damage my skin. And I also think you just have to be careful and like do some research ahead of time to know what you should be using as a shaving media. Like if you should use an oil or a lotion. I don't know what you're supposed to
Mm,
use, but I think I would need to do some research because I've done it before and like irritated my skin a bit because I think I just didn't do it right.
that's good to know. I don't think I could ever do it because I think I'm just afraid of hurting my face. I also have very sensitive skin.
Hmm. Have you ever gotten a facial?
Nope.
Yeah, so if you ever get a facial, sometimes that's like part of it. They start
Mm.
off by dermaplaning and then do the facial in order to get any little peach fuzz off and kind of like out of the way to keep it from impacting your absorption. That's the first time I got my skin dermaplaned was getting a facial.
Gotcha. Another trend. Labubus.
I don't really have an opinion on Labubus. I think that these things come and go. I think that it's insane the amount that people are paying for them because, like, it's a toy and I don't understand. But the concept of them doesn't bother me.
I do think Labubus as beings are on the naughty list. I think that they are gremlin adjacent and they're naughty, naughty, a little evil. I think that if they were real creatures, they would be very mischievous
Yeah.
little devils. I do think that they're cute. I do not have one, nor do I want one at this stage in my life. But I do love seeing the younger folks bring back a little like
A little guy.
a little whimsy, a little
Yeah.
fun, a little child whimsy
Yeah.
into their lives.
I don't have a problem with it. All right. Next thing, low rise jeans. And in general, the revival of like 2000s style clothing.
Low-rise jeans, skinny jeans, dumpster. Naughty. I don't know why those are coming back. This is also tied to bring back that heroin chic body. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
That will never be me. And skinny jeans look fine on children because they've got itty bitty legs. Adults should not be wearing skinny jeans.
I think it depends on the individual body type. Like skinny jeans don't aren't like a flattering style on me, but I know many adults who like look great in skinny jeans. So I think it depends, but the general revival of 2000s style is definitely on my naughty list. Not even just because of like the glamorization of thinness, but also just that I don't think it's a very chic style. It's not timeless in any way. And there are a lot of styles you can say that about. But if you look back through history, there are a lot of timeless elements of things like 1950s and 60s. You kind of have those classic, like A-line, fit and flare styles. You get into the 60s and 70s, you have more of a shift. Styles that have kind of carried through the decades. The 80s, you get a little more kitschy. You've got the leg warmers. You've got things that when we were kids, we looked back at pictures and we were like, haha, so funny. The massive puffy sleeves, the massive
Hmm.
puffy hair. Then you get into the 90s and early 2000s, and you have these styles where it's kind of the same deal, where these aren't a style that's going to be developed upon, like the things from the 50s, 60s, 70s, where they kind of have a timeless element that you can develop into more modern clothing. A giant studded belt on a low rise jean, there's no next step to
Where do you
that.
go? Where do you
There's
go?
nowhere to go with that. It's a very niche item. I don't think that it's really a stepping stone to anything. And I think that that is what makes elements of style good and timeless and things that come back repeatedly. Whereas right now, it's not that we're taking elements of 90s and early 2000s style that are coming back, it's a copy paste.
Hmm.
I think it's just like a glamorization of a past decade instead of new style that is inspired by an older look. I didn't know I had such a strong opinion on this until right now.
I'm trying to think of what to say.
It's okay, we'll just put more jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I think tied to that too, one of the trends that I've really enjoyed that has come back around the ballet flats, but specifically, I love the Mary Jane ballet flats with the little strap over the top. I think they're so cute. Those can really elevate a look and make it look more classy. I have a couple pairs myself. I love them.
Yeah, I love a ballet flat. I think that they are a timeless look. I appreciate that more recently, the newer version of them has like a square toe. I think that that's like a really fun twist on the classic ballet flat.
I have a pair of these bright orangey red Mary Jane ballet flats, and I've gotten so many compliments on them when I'm wearing very basic, like work attire, or like very monochrome. Like I'll be wearing all black or like all blue, and I'll put those on, and people, they're like, your shoes are so cute. I just love it. I love a little statement piece.
I had a pair of cheetah print ballet flats, and that's one thing I love to do, like a black outfit and then the cheetah print ballet flats. Like in my younger years, I loved that.
All right, last trend that I want to ask you about. What do you think about the book talk romance novels? Ice Barbarian, Planet. I don't even, is that real? Is that a real book?
I do believe Ice Barbarian Planet is a real book. Let me look it up. Ice Planet Barbarians is a series.
Okay. I was close.
So I will say Smut is on my nice list. Haven't really had a ton of time for reading it lately, but it's very fun for me and I love it. I think it's a fun little escape.
I just have never really gone into romance novels unless they've been absolutely like heartbreaking, you know? So the book talk romance novels just don't really hit for me. Or maybe I just haven't found my niche, you know?
I
But
have one I'll lend to you. My friend bought it for me. There's like a 6 book series. I only have 3 of them, but you can borrow them.
thank you. Thank you.
Our last section here is specifically Christmas items to get us in the mood for the holiday. All right, first one. What do you think of wrapping paper versus gift bags?
Wrapping paper is on the nice list. Gift bags, nice list, asterisk. I love a wrapped gift. I think there's so many different patterns that you can choose from. You can get crazy with the bows and the ribbons. I even like the ones that are like really ill packaged. I just think they're like, that makes it funny. And then gift bags, if the gift bag is really cute and I can reuse it and it's funny or like has little like prints on it, I really like those. A basic gift bag, no, not a list. If it's just red or it just says Merry Christmas, not a list.
I think I had a stronger opinion on this when I was younger. Now, if somebody buys me a gift and it's like a thoughtful gift, like I don't care if they give it to me unwrapped. I appreciate that using a gift bag, there's less waste because it is kind of crazy how much waste is produced like during the holidays with disposable wrapping paper. But I think it's fun to unwrap wrapping paper. I also think it can be equally as fun to unwrap like tissue paper in a gift bag. So both are on the nice list for me.
Fair enough. You know them. People love them. What is your take on an elf on the shelf?
Naughty.
Okay.
So only because I think it's become such like a performative trend on social media. I think that it was a cute idea of like, oh, look, like the elf is reporting to Santa, like remember you have to behave. But it's turned into this bastardized competition of who can do the craziest thing with the elf and borderline inappropriate things with the elf. I don't do Elf on the Shelf at my house purely because I haven't had the desire to. I think that the way that people do it now, like it's so much work.
I can understand that. I like the thought of the elf on the shelf, not for the performative. I don't think that you need to put it on social media, like what your elf is doing. I like it as a tactic to get your kids to better behave for a month, especially a month that is so stressful trying to coordinate seeing a bunch of family and like you're spending a lot of money on gifts and like there's so much to do and it's the end of the year wrap up for work and there's so much that happens in December. So if parents can get a little bit of a peace of mind knowing that their little rugrat is going to behave a teensy bit better because that little guy is watching, I'm all for it. I also think
Yeah.
too, if you're a child and all of your friends at school are talking about the elf and then you don't have one, it's like, well, why don't I have an elf? I might just do it with my kids because I don't want them to feel left out.
Yeah, but by the time you have kids, like it might be basically like outdated.
It's
Who
true. That's
knows?
true.
It's so popular right now that I can only imagine we're at like the peak. This is like way too deep for what Elf on the Shelf is because like it's supposed to be such a simple thing, but it begs the question like philosophically, if you have a kid who's a little for 11 months of the year and then acts better because they think they're being watched by someone who's testing them to see if they get presents, do they deserve a reward for that?
That's true.
If you are good only when you have motivation to be good for a reward, is that good? And that's like a classic philosophical question. If you have a motivation to be good, is it still good? Is motivation or action more important? Blah, 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 blah. But,
Yeah.
anyways, Elf on the Shelf makes me question that.
Wait, I have something I want to add to that because it reminds me of something that I just saw on social media recently. It was someone who's not religious at all that was talking to a friend that was very religious. And they're like, how do you not have the urge to do bad things like steal or murder people if you don't believe in a God that will like smite
Punish you.
you
Yeah.
for doing those things? It's like, I just have a moral compass.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's crazy that some people think like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
again that award mentality where it's I
Mm-hmm.
have to be good so that I can get into heaven or,
Yep.
whatever
Yeah.
you believe in.
It's a big question of religion. It's like, if you can't be a good person without thinking that there's a reward for it, are you a good person?
Hmm.
Does it only matter the things that you do, or does it matter the motivation behind them? Who knows? Does any of it
Damn.
matter? Or do we all just end up being dirt in the ground and like it doesn't matter whether we were good people? Who knows?
And that's the episode.
Merry Christmas. I'm so glad we got to talk about Elf on the Shelf. Naughty or nice matching Christmas pajamas.
I think they're so cute. We would do it weird years. Like I feel like I did it a couple of years during college, but it wasn't something that we did growing up at all. I really love that everyone wears matching pajamas and maybe they wear them for their Christmas cards. I think it's a cute way to make everyone feel together.
Yeah, it's on my nice list for sure. It's very nostalgic for me because every year when I was growing up, my baba bought me and my siblings pajamas, and we would get the pajamas on Christmas Eve and then we would wear them that night. So it's like
Oh,
good memories for me.
I love that.
Yeah. Yet again, though, it's something that's become commercialized. Here we go back to capitalism. You go to Target and you can get pajamas for your dog and they're going to fall apart.
Hmm.
Anyways, back to the list, Sam, because I'm going on a tangent again.
You are. All right, let's wrap up. This is a Christmas trend that you may see in the media, the pastel color Christmas aesthetic.
I'm going to put it on the nice list. It's not my decor aesthetic for Christmas, but I will say walking into Home Goods and seeing the wall of pink and blue gingerbread house, like pink gingerbread house, like it's very cute. It's not something I'm buying for my house, but I do think it's very cute. I also do think it is a trend and it's temporary. And I think that buying temporary Christmas decorations is kind of crazy because they should last you like literally forever. But
Agree.
maybe people will commit to it.
So again, I don't want to yuck someone else's yum.
Hmm.
I personally do not like the pastel color. I like the traditional colors. I currently have DIY Christmas decor,
Hmm.
and I really love the grandma core aesthetic for Christmas and having all the little knickknacks. I cannot wait to have a home that has storage so I can have a bin of Christmas stuff because I'm excited to like unpack it every year with my kids and like get the house set up together. I want all those weird ceramic things and the Santa dolls. Like
The little
I want
creepy
all that.
elf, not
Yes.
on a shelf,
Not the shelf. Not the
just a
shelf.
normal elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like it's having a home and like pulling out the designated bin the day after
Hmm.
Thanksgiving or whenever. It's like super nostalgic for something that you haven't done yet. It's like that just sense of like hope and excitement. Yeah.
Yeah. But I also think all of those little knickknacks remind me so much of growing up. And like I think about going to my Nona's house. Like I used to help my Nona set up for Christmas every year
Hmm.
at the farmhouse. I loved pulling out all the dusty bins from the attic. She had these really, really nice, heavy pearl string garland. I want all that stuff.
Yeah. And it's stuff that you just use year after year after year, and like you can have
Hmm.
it forever. And I think that that's part of the appeal. I'm excited to continue taking the same things out year after year because they're our decorations. I think that that's part of the excitement of it, knowing what's coming, not going to the store and getting something new every year.
Hmm. I agree with that.
We have officially beat a dead horse in terms of talking about capitalism and corporate greed on this episode. So I think it's time for me to go to bed so that I can try to sleep some of this off.
Before Christmas, because
But
Santa's
I gotta get
coming.
in better spirits before Christmas. This is a funny story for everyone. My daughter said that Santa cannot come in our house. We told her that he'll come inside and we'll leave him cookies and he'll put gifts in the stockings. And she said, no, he no come in my house. And we were like, yeah, he comes down the chimney. He comes into the house. She said, no, 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 no. He no come in my house. And I said, so what are we going to do?
She's like,
She said,
that man, I'm not letting a stranger into
no,
my
yeah. She
house.
said, no. And then I was like, we can ask him to just drop some stuff for your stockings down the chimney, okay? And she was like, oh, okay, okay.
That's hilarious.
No, 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 no.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, funny. But anyways, we're grateful for all of you. It's been a fun year. We hope you've enjoyed all of the things that we've put out there this year. We're still trucking. We've still got months of content ahead of us to
But
record and to get out there. And we have some great plans for 2026. And so we hope you've enjoyed this episode. Follow us on Spotify, follow us on Instagram at Not So Civil Pod. Shoot us an email if you have any questions or if you have anything you want us to talk about in the future. We will get back to you because nobody ever emails us. So
no.
we would love to see some fan mail. Fan mail. We would
No.
love to get an email. Not so civil engineers at gmail.com is the email address in case anyone's looking for it.
So thank you all again for joining us for this very Merry Christmas episode.
I don't think most of the things we just recorded were very merry.
No, no. There was a lot on our naughty list, but some things on our nice list.
Yes.
And we hope that you enjoy the holiday season with your friends and family and loved ones. Excited to see you again next year.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho.
Cling, 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 cling.
Jingle bell,
That's me.
jingle bell,
Yeah,
jingle
those
bell.
are jingle bells. All
Love you
right.
guys.
Love you
Bye.
guys. Bye.